introduce myself first. I'm a financial counselor from Anglicare. What we're doing today is a PowerPoint presentation on saving electricity. Now, most of it, if not all of us, have got power to the home. Some of us might have, might be living off the grid, but mainly we sort of got electricity that comes to our houses. So let me share this PowerPoint screen with you. Okay, so calculating energy costs in the home, and this presentation is created for the Tasmanian University Union, and we try to reach out to the students at the University of Tasmania. Okay, so the next slide is talking about how do we generate energy in Tasmania. Typically it gets generated in several ways, and we'll talk about it in the next slide. Then it gets distributed through those, those steel powers, and then it goes to the retailer, and eventually it lands up in our homes. So, how do we generate electricity here in Tasmania? There's several ways, actually. We can, at the moment, we actually got some wind energy happening. That's mainly in the northeast of the state, and also in the northwest. Then we've got also the so-called BESS-link. So BESS-link imports electricity when the need arises from the mainland, Victoria, and it goes via an undersea cable, and it comes in at the north of the state. We also export. At times when we got excess power, we can export that to the mainland. We also generate from big dams, and they're mainly in the south of the state. And then we got this, increasingly we got more solar panels on people's roofs because they're becoming more and more affordable these days. Now, if you look at your electricity bill, you would typically have two types of tariff. You got a tariff 41, and tariff 41 is for typically hot water and fixed heating, like we call them heat pumps here in Tasmania, or reverse cycle air conditionings. So that's one tariff. The second tariff is our power points and our lights, and that's tariff 31. Now, what are the biggest energy users in Tasmania? So we're talking about now appliances in the house. It's mainly heating, because the winters in Tasmania tend to be prolonged. They may be not as severe as on the mainland and overseas, but they are longer generally than anywhere else in Australia. So 50% of our power, it's used to heat our homes. And then we've got 25% is used to heat the hot water. And then the rest is more the stove, the oven, the fridge, the lights, our TVs. And now we're going to talk a bit about what's actually using, how much are our appliances costing us. And we express those in cents per hour. So a typical large TV can cost up to 42 cents an hour. So it's getting up there. Now, mobile phone, if we're charging it, it's only 2 cents an hour. So that's not too bad, is it? Laptop would be a bit more, 11 cents an hour if we charge our laptops. Alarms, 1 cent an hour. PlayStations, 5 cents an hour. But plug-in heaters, watch this, 66 cents an hour. And then hair dryers, 28 cents an hour. So that's not too bad. Now let's look at something here that's typically happening during the winter. We might have plug-in heaters that might not look like this one on the picture, but it is a fact that it costs you 28 cents per 1,000 watt per hour, which is also expressed in kilowatt hours. Okay. Now this is a 2000 watt heater, so 2 kilowatt hour heater. That costs you twice as much, 28 cents times 2, 56 cents per hour to run. Okay. Now, if you would run that heater from 10 in the morning till 8 in the evening, okay, so that's 10 hours, it would cost you $5.60 to run this heater every day. Okay. Now, if you would run that heater from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening for 1 week, so for 7 days, then let's do the math. It's 56 cents per 1 hour times 12 hours times 7 hours, 7 days, sorry, cost you $47.04 to run it for 1 week. So it's getting up there price-wise. Now, some of you might be familiar with these type of heaters. They're called pure heat heaters. They give out a lovely heat, but they're very expensive to run. Okay, so it's got a fan, and it's got 3 bars as well. Okay, now if you just run the 4.6 kilowatt fan for 10 hours, and you get an Aurora bill after 87 days of usage, then you're looking at $643.80 to run that heater. That is a fair whack of money, isn't it? Now let's look at another power-hungry appliance, and that's our hot water cylinder. Okay, and it's usually outside the house or it's in a cupboard. So it's typically out of sight, out of mind. But these hot water cylinders get constantly heated by means of a thermostat. Okay, so it can cost you a bit to run that thing. Now, you might be familiar with this sort of shower head. It's called a water saver type of shower head, and that only uses 9 liters per minute. Okay, and if we think of the average shower lasting 8 minutes, and I know some of you will have longer showers, and I'll include myself into that. If we then run that for 8 minutes, and we're using 9 liters per minute, 72 liters of hot water goes down the drain. Okay, and even a typical hot water cylinder holds 160 liters. You only get just over 2 showers out of it before the water runs cold. Okay, and the math there is 160 liters divided by 72 liters. That's how we derive it at 2.2 showers before the thing runs cold. Now, if you've got a bigger hot water cylinder, you would get 3.5 showers out of it. Again, do the math, 250 divided by 72 liters. Okay. However, if you reduce your shower time from 8 minutes to 4 minutes, so you halve it, you would get 7 showers. So again, if you were getting 3.5 showers, using 8 minutes, you get 7 showers if you reduce it by half. Okay. But if you increase your shower time to 18 minutes, you only get 1.5 shower out of it before it runs cold. Now, this is also a lovely shower head. You can stand underneath it for hours. It's nice and warm, but it uses a lot of water. 20 liters a minute. Okay, quite a bit. And if we again go by the average shower lasting 8 minutes, then, after 8 minutes, using 20 liters per minute, you run the hot water cylinder dry. Okay, you only get 1 shower out of it. Okay. However, if you reduce that shower time to 4 minutes, you would get 2 showers out of it. Okay. And that concludes my PowerPoint presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and there will be some more little clips that I'll be posting in the not too distant future. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.